the holiday break to go by without you guys having a chance to meet Aaron. He's just an amazing guy, huge friend to the military community. We knew each other when he was working at a prior company. They hired veterans from us, and now he runs sales and operations for a company called ArrowCore, which he'll tell you about. And then he has one of his clients who just has some really incredible roles that I know will, I think, appeal to a lot of you guys. So I'm going to let you take it away, Aaron. Tell them a little bit about your background in the company and what you're looking for.
Well, perfect, Jordy, and I appreciate the opportunity to just come on and chat and to meet everybody. Um, as Jordan mentioned, we've known each other for a few years, met at a prior company, and we were trying to ramp up a project that at the time was looking for, I think it was about 2,500 or 3,000 electricians to do nationwide
Yeah.
solar installations. Um, so fast forward a couple years, stayed in touch, and he and I connected last week. And first of all, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for the opportunity, and it's great to see so many military, I guess, active duty, recent folks who have transitioned, recent veterans, as well as law enforcement. So I know Jordy and the team do great work. I am a Marine as well, so got out a long time ago. So I think 1995. I got out, was stationed in Hawaii, had the opportunity to be stationed in Hawaii for 5 years, where I met my wife. So it's always great to be able to reconnect with folks who are serving and who have served, and I appreciate all of your service. So again, appreciate that. Um, I currently run sales and operations for a smaller staffing firm based in Atlanta. I spent 25 years in and around the Sacramento area and have a handful of clients in San Francisco Bay Area. And Jordy and I reconnected again last week. I was telling him about some of the opportunities we've got going on and thought that there could be a potential fit. So one of those among many is an AI hyperscaler that is building a few data centers in and around the Memphis area and are looking for folks for that data center. So some DC operations, so setting up servers, racking, stacking, server management, troubleshooting, those types of roles, as well as electricians and critical facilities engineers. I know Jordy does, and the team do at least has a network of you all that have those types of skill sets that might be looking for new opportunities, and especially one like this, which is pretty pays pretty well, as well as equity in the company. So again, just want to kind of plant a seed and let you guys know that there are definitely roles out there and there's opportunities out there, and we'd love to be able to partner together to make some of these, or help fill some of these roles and create some opportunities for you all.
That's great. And are you able to talk a little bit about more specifically what they'd be doing in the data center and the compensation a little bit more? Because it is
Sure.
incredible.
Yeah, there's a number of different. Again, this is just one particular client that has a large need, and we have other hyperscale data centers that we're partnering with. But from construction management, project management, electrical engineers, some software engineers, but it's a little bit different. Most of those roles are come out, or they're going to be in Palo Alto or in the Bay Area. Um, Data center engineers. So these folks are going to be working on servers, some Linux skills, troubleshooting. Most of the data center roles, or the data center operations or site ops roles, uh, they're not necessarily setting up servers and pulling cables and doing the racking and stacking necessarily. Most of that's being done by larger uh, big third party companies, just because of the size, the sheer size of the project. Our teams and these folks are going to be coming in after the fact and doing more server management. So on cutting edge NVIDIA chips. So I mean it's all AI processing. So again, it's troubleshooting, but it's a 24/7 operation. So got 3 or 4 people are working around the clock at two different data centers now, and then there'll be another one that will be breaking ground soon. And then a really big need is critical facilities. So these facilities are huge. Got, um, all the infrastructure to manage the facility, as well as a wastewater or a water facility, wastewater facility, a plant being built, a solar farm being built, um, an electrical plant that's being built just to support these three. Right now, it's going to be three data centers. So critical facilities engineers, HVAC, boilers, chillers, MEP systems, CRAW, the whole bit. So again, it's each site requires 4 to 5 per shift, and again, it's 24/7. So I was just talking to the team yesterday, and one of the teams sits at 15, and we're looking to go get that to 70 as soon as possible. So, in addition to the others that we've already hired. So, again, trying to ramp up quickly. The good news is the company is already familiar with SkillBridge, and they're trying to create an easier transition there. So, hopefully, we can get this figured out and create some opportunity.
It sounds like an unbelievably massive project. I don't know what they're building there. That is, and it's all in Memphis, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And the
Well,
company,
this one's in Memphis, yes.
yeah. And there's
But
relocation opportunity.
but I'll tell you, data centers, if you guys, I mean, you don't just pick up the news. I'm sure you guys are all aware, but data centers are being built everywhere. I mean, Virginia has so many. I mean, Virginia has a ton of data centers, but the larger ones, the hyperscalers that are OpenAI that are building them, xAI is building, um, you Amazon, Google, Meta, everybody's building huge AI data centers that are just, they're massive. So these two in Memphis are both approximately 1 million square feet each. So,
Oh
pretty
my
big.
gosh. How big is that? What's a million square? What does that building look like? Like a
It's one
football
of them is a
field?
former Amazon warehouse that was never occupied. And
And it's just gonna
so
be all data,
all data halls, yeah.
all
So
because
data
of
halls
AI?
built inside. Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, Mia. That is super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And can you talk a little bit more about the compensation? Or is that, you want to wait? You could wait and do that individually with the guys too.
Yeah. That's right, Clayton. We work with some clients in Virginia. We work with one of Elon's companies in Virginia that I mean they're building they're running out of power in Virginia. Tennessee Valley Authority is TVA's that whole valley. It's
What are they going to do? How do they solve that?
um well they're creating new. Uh I think will eventually turn to nuclear, which some of these teams, one of the teams I'm working with now, the two managers are they're both Navy vets, and one of them has a lot of nuclear experience. So for these particular roles, I mean, that's a favorite is somebody that's coming out that has some of that experience.
They're
Not
very
that they're
nice.
doing that now there, but
Yeah, yeah.
just really good training.
That's awesome. Awesome,
Um,
awesome. Does anyone have any questions for Aaron about the roles that he can answer? I'll put if someone could do me a favor, just throw his LinkedIn. Is that all right, Aaron? If we put that in there, if anyone wants to reach out to him directly, please do so.
yeah,
Um,
please do. I'll connect with anybody, and I'm you know, happy
yeah.
to take conversations offline.
And while we got you for a few more minutes, do you mind, because you've been in the evaluation game a long time, do you mind sharing just some of your favorite tips or pitfalls for these guys? They're all getting ready to launch their next career, and to hear from somebody, Aaron's got a ton of experience in this
Mhm.
field, what you look for when you're evaluating candidates.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think sometimes, at least when I came out, it's a little bit different. But sometimes it's hard to translate those skills or what particular jobs into civilian roles. Um, One thing I've encouraged is several folks that I've talked to is to just run your resume through chat, through Grok, through Claude, through something, and just prompt it to take your skills and maybe translate that into more civilian type roles. Um, One thing that is great. I think that a lot of employers look for is, when we come out of the military, there's certain things. I mean, there's intuition, there's initiative, there's leadership, there's just the ability to get things done and to trust that it's going to get done. So those soft skills that Jordy was talking about earlier, a lot of the tech skills, you can almost learn anything, right? But you can't learn drive, initiative, hustle, ambition, um, the uh, the spirit of just taking the message to Garcia. You guys are familiar with that story. Was taught that early on, but the soft skills are going to be where it's at too.
Yeah.
Show what you can do on the resume in terms of the hard skills, and then in the interview, it's personality, ambition, soft skills.
Spot
So
on. Spot
yeah.
on. Steven, you have a question for Aaron?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for coming on today and speaking about these exciting opportunities. I saw that ArrowCore has reached the Inc. 5000 multiple times. How do you differentiate yourself from other companies in building these data centers and expanding so quickly?
In the staffing world, honestly, kind of what we do, I would say that there's not necessarily a secret sauce, right? We all kind of do just almost the same thing. I mean, honestly. Um, and we're not necessarily building the data centers itself. We're just helping the hiring team scale. So so in what we do in our game per se, in our industry, relationships are key. So it's who you know and who's going to let you in to to trust you to help with their project. For instance, my connection in one of these data centers I had supported for a couple years at a previous company. So he is in charge of building one of the data centers for this client. He and I had a relationship, and he took ownership about 3 weeks before I was on site to meet him. And it was he, I, and about a handful of people in the building. And I've been with them. Our company's been with them ever since, and we've going on almost 18 months, almost 2 years, maybe it'll be 2 years. So having a good network, right? I have a team of recruiters that are on the phones all the time, reaching out, meeting, speaking with people, screening people, and making sure that we were just really matchmakers. I mean, of course, we work for the client, but there's another face at the end of that transaction, and that's the person who's going to be interviewing for that job, and then is that job the right one for their family? So, um, so again, no secret sauce in what we do. I don't know if that answers your question, Stephen, but it's a lot of relationships.
That's great. Thank you, Stephen. So everyone, Cassandra had put his LinkedIn in the chat. Just grab it, connect to him. Great guy to know, guy to have on your corner. And Aaron, thank you so much, man, for all that you do for this community. He's tasked with filling these roles quickly, and he reaches out to someone he knows who has a lot of military candidates. So that speaks volumes that that you see the value in what everyone here brings to the table. Pang, did you have something else?
Yeah, I have something. Isaac, glad to meet you. Like, I have a question about for the skill set, like which kind of skill set you want, like a Naval A plus or something like Linux or something like that,
Um,
or just general whoever like ability to do anything you guys will teach it or
well, yes, those certifications, A plus, Network plus, is definitely helpful, right? It kind of backs up your hands-on experience. Um, and while certifications are good, if somebody came that only had a certification but not any hands-on or real world experience, um, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, if you will. So having a combination of both, those will kind of get you in the door, but really the hands-on is going to show what you're doing. Nothing. I don't want to diminish a certification, but I could, with a little bit of study in a few weekends, probably go get some certs, right? it wouldn't do me any good. You guys would be way more qualified. But yes, certifications are great. Definitely look for those. But it's really hands-on experience that that'll kind of tie those two together.
Good stuff. Aaron,
Mhm.
thank you, buddy. I appreciate you coming on short notice, and hopefully you'll get some good leads from the crew here.
Well, perfect. I look forward to connect with all you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll connect on LinkedIn and take it offline.
You got
So,
it, buddy.
all
Thanks, Aaron. Have a nice
right,
holiday.
Jordy. Thank you all.
Take care. Bye-bye. Anyone who's in tech, right? Even if that particular job he has doesn't interest you, connect with a guy like that. That's an influencer. Like tomorrow, he might get another client that might be related. He's military. That's how you grow your network, by meeting people like that who care about you and want to help you. So nurture those relationships, any opportunity you get. Wait, let me stop the recording. Hold on. He didn't, anyway, the compensation for that role is roughly around 100K, 110, somewhere around there to start. They'll relocate you, and then they will give you 2 times your first year salary in equity in the company. 2x equity. So if you made 100K, you'd get 200,000 in equity for joining the team. He said they've already quadrupled in the last whatever they've been doing, however long they've been. Because he's right. Like, I don't know if you guys follow this in the news. I know the techies do, but the non-techies, like AI is creating a big problem for our country, because I think if I have this right, it's the electricity to run these data. I mean, a 1 million square foot data center, and what is that doing to the electrical grid, But they can't put them up fast enough. So another great opportunity, a good industry for anyone to consider who's looking for something where there'll be lots of job opportunities. All right, we can take lunch unless someone has anything you want to ask before. Okay. All right, guys, have a good break, and we'll see you in an hour and 10.
Hey Jordy, real quick, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Uh, it's really more just on your guys' end. I was curious if you guys have ever worked with Zachary Kelghorn.
Who's that? Oh,
He's a Marine veteran.
okay.
He's a Lean Six Sigma guy. He's got a great story, like super great story. I know you're big into people's stories. He's got a
Yeah.
great story.
Bring him on,
Um,
man. Do you know him or?
Yeah, I was trying to. He gave me his cell phone number, but he's had a great story. Right now, I'm in his lean class that he's doing all week for free for
Oh, nice.
veterans, and at the end, you get your green belt certification.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, you can
Um,
invite him if he wants to come chat in January.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll
If you
let
go to
him. Is it?
seveneagle.com/mentor, you'll see
Uh-huh.
our our promotional page for him.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Thank you though for